don't want to talk about this no more. What I want to talk about right now is the anime community, because they're really pissing me off nowadays. Because I saw a TikTok, I wish I saved it, but it was basically them complaining over CGI and anime. And more specifically, Chainsaw Man. Now I saw you guys actually said you guys watched episode 2. What do you guys think of it? Episode 2 was great, right? Was there CGI in it? I bet there was. And guess what? People were like, I can't watch it. It's so much fun. Like, bro, but the thing is, I don't know if I can blame people, because there's actually some very good anime that are solely CGI, and then there's some anime that people think, oh, because this is bad and has CGI anime, that means all CGI anime is bad. I'm here to talk about it because I'm actually sick of the anime community. They get so like privileged when they see an anime go like CGI for a few seconds. They think they sold out their anime. And you know how hard it was to probably animate season 1 of Attack on Titan? So when they say, you know what, let's put our budget into something a little bit over there, because animating the full colossal time might be too much out of our budget, they showed 5 seconds of CGI anime and the whole anime community go sorry freaking out, man.
One point of contention for most Mappa skeptics and contrarians alike was that Mappa's use of CGI could ruin the art style and fluidity of the character designs. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was blown away by the CGI. It wasn't great by any standard, but I will admit it barely made up 10 seconds of the entire episode, so it wasn't like unwatchable or any worse.
This isn't bad. Even he's saying it wasn't great, but it was manageable. This is not bad CGI at all. I don't think there's a problem. It's just this anime community just getting mad. Hopefully this video can justify what I'm saying. You guys can't expect them to draw frame for frame every little tiny bit, because the way I'm making it sound is like they're doing a cop-out and they're just like watering down the anime. Sometimes the CGI complements the anime. This is not bad. What? This looks cool. I think it looks cool, man. People need to get off CGI's dick, man.
With anime becoming more and more mainstream and budgets for shows constantly shrinking, it's often impossible for studios to match that demand.
Thank you.
CG is a necessary evil.
This is Ajin. Ajin is 100% CGI. And when I tell you, it does not take away from the anime, and I would even argue it complements it. Please go watch it. If you like Chainsaw Man, you'll definitely like Ajin.
Delve into this topic because no matter how ugly CG is, it's kind of cool when used properly. So today, that's kind of what I want to focus on.
I might give it another shot when I'm ready for a lot of CG. I don't think you ever will. You just gotta dive straight in, you know? Open the legs up and go crazy.
Establish with your audience when you will be using it, then stick to it. Don't cut back and forth between animating it in CG sometimes and 2D other times.
You know, that's a fair argument. I feel like if Attack on Titan started off with the Titans being CG, people would complain initially, but people would have been used to it by now, the way people are kind of used to it right now. Well, then that just gives more. You have to allow Mappa. Mappa is doing like 5 different anime right now. Mappa is doing Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. There's like 2 other ones I can't remember. They're doing a bunch of projects. I can't like free up those workers. They have not seen their kids in like 3 years. When it looks like a video game, that is too much CG. That's fair.
So let's talk about one of the first anime to use CG and how they accomplished
Initial
it
D?
without pulling their audience out of the narrative. Initial D. Those are the most heavy action scenes in the show, and without CG, the show probably...
This looks ass. But you have to admit, it's from the 90s. It looks like GTA San Andreas. It looks like CG is going to come out of the car and say, hey, grocery, home.
Until I fucked it up.
You've been slipping again.
They do cut back and forth to 2D animation when they cut to the interior of the car, but all exterior shots are CG, and so it's established with the audience and it never pulls you out of the races. I have to give you guys examples of poorly used CG in modern anime.
Berserk, Attack
Just
on Titan,
hurts to look at. I'm honestly not sure if you guys even want to see this. Okay, here it goes. Golden Kamui, why?
Whoa, that is bad. Wait, hold on. That is a PNG image.
Monstrosity on television.
Yo, it's kind of shitting on my argument now, saying you should allow CG in some anime, because what was
Not
that?
only that, in the first episode, don't use organic objects. Computers are not that great at it still, if you can't tell.
The thing is, though, the only reason why new gen anime would want to do CGI is for animated objects that are not human. The Titans, the bears, big ass, huge, like complicated looking like structures that are like living. You don't want to use CGI there, so it's gonna be hard to break that rule. I can't lie.
If you absolutely have to use terrible CG in your show like this, just try to show it as little as possible. Do not frame it so we can see every inch of this eldritch horror looking thing you call a bear. I kind of want to talk about how CG has changed in the past few years, and of course some exceptions. Starting with one of my favorite anime of all time, Land of the Lustrous.
You really can't trust like just one person's opinion, because the reason why I didn't watch this anime because my friend said it was complete dog shit, but he's saying it's the most his biggest anime of all time. Now it kind of makes sense because I've been questioning that guy's opinion on a lot of things nowadays. He said Chainsaw Man is better than Bleach right now, and that's not the shit on Chainsaw Man at all, but I think Bleach has had two very strong episodes. Whereas Chainsaw Man, it's not like they were bad. It's just the first episode was explaining the plot, the world building, and exposition, and then action at the end, where Bleach assumed you knew the anime because it's the final arc of the anime and went straight into it. And this episode, it was a little bit more exposition, but I still really enjoyed it.
Came out in 2017, and although it didn't get much recognition from the community as it aired, it did slowly build up a cult following. But it cleverly uses the weaknesses of CG to its advantage. First off, all of the main characters are actually crystals. Solid objects instead of organic objects, which makes them look much better. CG is getting way better. For instance, Demon Slayer broke all of the previous rules I mentioned in these two scenes. First, they use an organic object, i.e. the main character. Secondly, it's not established as to when they transform back and forth to CG, leading to the possibility that your audience immersion will be disrupted. Yet,
it wasn't obvious though,
because it honestly doesn't look half bad.
I can't lie. Yeah, I forgot this. I completely forgot the same with CGI.
It's getting there, and instead of being shamelessly in your face like golden Kamui, it's
so he's basically saying that CGI is okay as long as you cover up. Basically acting like that Christian mom whose daughter is gay. And saying, I'm not saying I'm homophobic, honey. Like, you can be whoever you want to be, but when we're in church, cover that shit up. You fucking... I watch all this to say CGI isn't inherently bad. The application of it in some anime has been done poorly, but it can be done correctly under the right guidance and the right, setting. So you Chainsaw Man haters who are hating solely because of CGI, go fuck yourself. Go watch something. I know you're probably mostly My Hero fans. Yourself.